trying to do it, and we saw Parker Kligerman try the tire strategy to get some track position, maybe win this thing if it rained just past halfway. That hasn't worked, Phil. And look at the 66 truck. He's driven right up and is battling hard with Kligerman.
18-year-old Ross Chastain from Florida. That's his first ever Camping World Truck Series race, knocking on the door of the top 10.
And his family grows watermelons down in Florida.
350 acres of watermelon.
So if you wonder, does he just really like watermelons? Is that why it's on the side of his truck?
I think so.
I think he really does.
Yes, he does, and it runs in the family.
And look at the move he's making. Man, 18 years old. This is fun.
Past Parker Kligerman. So he takes a spot away from Kligerman, moves up into the 11th position. Now Kligerman back to the bottom of the racetrack. Miguel Paludo just behind him in the 7th.
I think what this means right now is 30 laps on tires makes a difference. 30 more laps on your tires makes a little bit of a difference.
A ton of difference, and it seems like the further we go, the worse it's getting. See Kligerman there battling on the inside of young Ross Chastain. This is a great sign. We talk about our top 10 having 5 guys that are less than 21 years old in it. Then you got a cat like Ross Chastain shows up, 18 years old. He's running up toward the top 10. There's a lot of future stars in the Truck Series right now.
We're going to try to hold them off, but that's the distance right there. You saw the 31 flash under the screen. There's a 17.
I'm nervous. Heck, I don't even have a dog in the fight. I'm nervous. Timothy Peters is racing toward a checkered flag.
How about this? Austin Dillon trying to stay in front of the 7 of Miguel Paludo, as well as that 66. What an impressive performance Ross Chastain has done in that 66 tonight.
He had to pit for fuel. If Austin Dillon can make it to the end and he ends up with about a 5th or a 6th place finish, that may be a championship move here.
How about young Ross Chastain finishing with a top 10 finish in his first start in the Camping World Truck Series? He is standing by with Hermie Sadler.
Well, you're right, Rick. To come to a place like Lucas Oil Raceway, your first ever start, get a top 10. First of all, congratulations on a solid debut here in the Camping World Truck Series.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot.
Don't use sir, please. My dad's at home.
Well, I have a lot of respect, but no, we ran a good race. Just got to get a little better strategy next time. Followed our teammate, third truck to pit. Good lap times, good team effort. 5 more laps, been third.
Well, you guys did some testing, I heard, at Motor Mile Speedway. The next question is, after you get a top 10 finish, when can we expect to see you again, and what needs to take place for you to get back on the racetrack for another start?
That's a really good question. This is a one-race deal with Turn 1 Racing. We're really happy here. Really hope we can put something together. Really like the crew and Doug and everybody. Just really wish. I hope we can work this out and get everything going. Looking bright. So that's but nothing planned. So we'll see.
Well, that's Ross Chastain. He told me they were hoping for a top 20 finish. He comes on with a solid top 10 in his debut start.
Getting down into that corner, I guess Ross Chastain's maybe a little bit upset.
Felt like he had one of his fenders in there, and Marks came back across, and Davison was just an innocent bystander, as was Cindric in the 22.
Yeah. I don't think Cindric. This is coming through the last corner, and at turn 14.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Looks like Brendan Gaul was a little sideways. The old one was sideways. And
Bringing Christopher Bell onto pit road when this happened with Ross Chastain spinning, getting up into the wall, and bringing out the third caution.
See if we can see what happens here. Chase Elliott gives a bump to Chastain and then just finishes the job. Spinning him around. I'm sure Ross doesn't understand
why we're under caution. The 66 of Ross Chastain into the wall.
You see the little bit of puff of smoke there. That right front tire went down. Ross was running up high. That minimized the damage, and you can see the fact that he was up high, but still.
Hey, this is a beautiful sight, isn't it? These cars all spread out, but Chastain comes up the track a bit, gets hooked, and watch this. Under the snakes, he let off the brake perfectly in order to
One Scott down here.
You see Brian Scott there. Goes up a little bit. Yeah, looked like Brian got a little bit loose. That got him into Kel Conley in the 14. It's just unfortunate. It looked like Ryan Truex might almost have it saved. It caught the left front.
Already in progress, we see that red 4 spinning and coming to a stop, and it looks like no harm, no foul, KP.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. Like I said, as he turned down in the center of the corner.
There's a late look. Here goes Brendan. Come on, come on, come on. Got it. Just grazed the wall.
Yeah.
Didn't quite see the beginning of that, though.
It looks like it has all the makings of a pass trying to happen with Dakota Armstrong on the inside. Gets a little loose beside that car.
Most racetracks turn that late's fine, but at this racetrack, you have to get onto the apron much sooner.
And that was after Ross Chastain in the 4 got into the back of the 13 of Carl Long. Also, Ryan Blaney in the 22 is sliding.
It looked to me like the 22 is trying to get on pit road perhaps as well.
There it goes. I think you said it, Michael. Perfect sign of a right front tire going down.
That's heavy contact. I mean, how did we get there? Looks like there's a smoking right front tire. Great job by Quinn House to get to the bottom, preserving that.
Because you have cars that are 7 or 8 laps down. You can't quit. I saw him saying to quit, but you can't quit. You see damage coming off turn 2.
He just comes up the racetrack, doesn't feel that
out here in Darlington.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Yep. 2 cars just cannot fit on the exit of turn 2. Then there was a lap car making 3 wide, and you can see the results. Not enough real estate for everyone.
And Steve Ross came on the radio and said he wrecked us. And they all agreed.
Take another look at what happened.
It all started right here, getting into turn 1. That lap car of the 40 is definitely going to hold up the 42. Harvick knows it. He tries to get through there. The 42 squeezes down. Harvick does not get out of the gas. He slides up. They both run out of real estate. I'm not sure how hard the 98 was into the 42 before the 42 hit the outside wall.
You can see, and Keselowski took advantage of that. He'll be the leader of the race, but watch right here. You get...
And Kevin Harvick. We've seen this before out of Kevin Harvick. He's actually stopped in the 42 pit stall.
Well, because I think Kevin Harvick is of the opinion, you heard Harvick report that Ross Chastain felt like Harvick wrecked him. I think Harvick feels like he was underneath Chastain, and Chastain had room to go up the racetrack.
No, you can't give the man the position. Yeah, if you're going to take the opportunity to go on the inside, you got to expect that driver that you're trying to pass might get down on your quarter pound. Yep, but doing that, you're probably going to put both of you in a bad position, but you can't assume that he's just going to give up in that position.
So a lot of damage to the right side of the 42 of Ross Chastain. He got into the wall pretty hard in 2.
Yeah.
And then came down the racetrack, caught the back end of the 98, and Harvick went around.
I think we got another look right here as you see Harvick's in the garage area. So this is a pretty good shot to show how much room they have.
Now, Ross couldn't have been any higher than what he was.
And actually, he was so high that he got into the wall coming off of 2.
Yeah, so...
You see how loose the 98 is. He's coming up the racetrack at that point.
Yeah, Ross has got his right sides out in the gray, which you don't want to have happen. I think that was probably a little intentional, but not saying that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, not at all. So this is going to be the shot right here. Kevin Harvick goes underneath the 42 at Chastain. Listen to the throttle.
Still there, tight door. Still there, tight, real tight. Like this was a big run. Inside.
He's out of the gas, but he put himself there.
Well, real tight. You heard real tight.
Position trying to stay on the outside because he feels like that if he can stay on the outside on the exit of his corner, he's going to beat Harvick. And Harvick, he's so close to Harvick, though, that Harvick has no side force, and Harvick is extremely loose. I mean, they're already kind of making contact there, and Harvick's right next to the apron. So tough deal for both drivers. Chastain, I'm worried about Chastain's rear end because he hit the wall pretty hard. It looks like it's moved over a little bit, so I don't think he's going to be very competitive going forward. Rolling up to the
Thank y'all. Ever, my whole life, and everything getting up. Don't get it too high. We got to run it one more time this year. Nice and smooth. See your burnout, though. Just keep an eye on it.
Ryan Truex comes back, bumps him from behind, congratulating him. You could hear the emotion after he crossed the finish line. Ross Chastain earning his first ever career win in his 131st start. You heard the team telling him, hey man, do your burnout.
Have to wonder if Ross Chastain in May is considering how to do burnouts. You know, I mean, This is not something that was on Ross Chastain's mind until he got this opportunity.
Well, he's pretty good at him.
He's done a great job. I think he wants to soak this moment in.
I hope he does. It is an unbelievable moment to win a major NASCAR race. And I hope he does take a chance to soak it in. Check it out.
Look at
it's a sponsor, man.
Yeah, on the
Maybe your sponsor up.
What's the name of the race?
Not apologizing.
Not apologizing. Donuts through the DC Solar 300. Graphics there in the grass. Well, the 25-year-old has worked extremely hard for this possibility, this opportunity.
I'm in the Midwest. I love it. This is fun. See, there he comes. Ross is closing, like you said, Phil. Coming to
2 back here now.
3 laps left.
3.
I think out of gas. He is out of gas. He is indeed. And Ross Chastain has gone to the front. Friesen out of gas. Rhodes into second.
Another mistake on pit lane has cost that 52 this win. Whether it was miscommunication, oh man.
Heartbreaking for Stuart Friesen. 5 others have scored their first career wins here at Kansas. Ricky Hendrick, John Wood, Eric Darnell, James Busher, William Byron, and tonight, Ross Chastain. It's going to add his name to the list. Ross Chastain bringing it to the line. He's going to win at Kansas.
He hops out in what I would imagine will be a very, look at this, very jubilant victory lane. Ross, I don't know what to say. One of the best races I've ever seen. You know, it's always big to win at this level of NASCAR, but to do it with a group of people like this, when you took that checkered flag, the emotion overtook this entire team, pit box, and now you. What does this one mean to you?
Oh man, this is what sports is all about. Comebacks, man. We had the world by the tail last fall, and everything got taken away from us. We didn't quit though. Watermelons are good. It's watermelon season in Florida. It's True North. Chevy, man, I'm out of breath. I'm going to celebrate this one a lot more than I did the last one. I thought after the last one they were going to come a lot more easy, but I know they're just not. It's so hard to win. And Cody, Fall, Alnies, Phil, Lonnie, all these guys, such a small group that all the guys at the shop. Thank you guys. We get a lot of stuff from GMS, and they're our biggest competition. And I hate to see Stewie lose one like that. I know he's been trying to win, but yes, we got it.
Now, it looked like with about 30 laps to go. I know you're trying to win races and build a highlight reel at the same time, but it looked like about 25 to go that your night was over. Can you explain how you do these types of things?
No, I don't know. That dang clear guard was coming up a couple laps before that, and it was flapping in my face. I didn't know where I was going, so. Oh, man. I thought your brother was going to give me my biggest break in my career moving forward with everybody at Nutrient Ag Solutions. And what Elliot's done for me, he's helped keep me up through the bad days, and thank you, Elliot. But man, this is sweet. Chip likes winners. Chip, I know you guys are locked out the front row at the NDGP, but we won one in NASCAR, Dougie D.
And if he can finish the job here, that win would push him ever closer to a guaranteed spot in the playoffs.
I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought it would have come this quick after making that decision.
Winning is always special, no matter where you do it. Winning on Father's Day, a little bit more significant. But winning the Triple Truck Challenge and 50 grand, ultra special for Ross Chastain.
Yes! Good job, guys! Ow! Thank you, guys! Hell of a job there, bud. Hell of a job. Take care of that thing. care of that motor.
How special are those tears of joy? You could just hear he was so emotional in that truck.
Phil Gould, crew chief, did it again. Well done, Hermie.
Here is Ross Chastain for the second time in the 2019 season, but this one is even bigger than the last, as provided he gets in the top 20 in points, it will allow him an opportunity to race for a championship. Doing his best Gallagher impersonation here in Victory Lane. Where you at, boy? These guys, Victory Lane, you can tell these race wins mean so much. Kyle Benjamin here to congratulate Ross. I talked to your crew chief. The last one meant a lot. They all mean a lot to all these drivers. But this one, provided you get in the top 20 in points, which you got 14 more points to go, this one puts you in an opportunity to race for a championship. How is your team making all this happen?
They're just so good. It all starts with GMS Fabrication. They give us good baselines, and we take it from there. And man, these guys are so good. They make the race trucks go so fast. You know what it's like when you have race trucks and race cars like this. Nothing else matters, and this is what every race car driver in the world is working for, is opportunities like this. And when this opportunity came up to go full-time with True North and Paul Jr. Designs and Al Neese and Miss Lou, sorry you guys aren't here. We want another one. But my dad's here. It means the world to get this opportunity. And for True North and Kirk, thank you so much, sir. He came on board on Monday, and he went to his office. He's like, what do we got to do to get you into this championship? And he sponsored us to come here. It's a dream come true.
And as much as I know you like talking to me, in Victory Lane, Brandon Degoski with NASCAR has got something I think that maybe excites you a little bit more. Brandon?
Ross, congratulations on winning the M&M's 200 presented by Casey's General Store here at Iowa Speedway. And I'm happy to present you this $50,000 for winning today's stage in the Triple Truck Challenge. And next week at Worldwide Technology Speedway at Gateway, it's a tough one to say, you get a chance for another $50,000 plus a $50,000 bonus.
Awesome. Well, can't thank M&M's, everybody at Casey's General Store enough, but they might like the Candy Man, but the Melon Man won today, baby! Melon Man Challenge!
Well, there he is, 50,000 with a lot more on the line next week.
Yeah, unfortunately, the height sticks have warning yellows in them and reds, and it was right off of all of them. So yeah, unfortunately, it was extremely low.
And it never really changed after the stuff that teams are allowed to do.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Brad, is the team allowed to appeal the decision, or is this just black and white decision?
No, the team is allowed to appeal the decision. It's all in the rule book. It is sped up a little more than a normal penalty would be.
51 got up behind Ross.
Lap remaining. Just what Chastain needed. He needed Gilliland to come up and delay Eckes and take the position, and he's done it. And now Friesen into the back end of Eckes is going to spin Christian Eckes. The final lap of the race, and it's still green. Ross Chastain is going to come around. Racing redemption at his hands. The wheel for Ross Chastain is still and perfect, and he has done it. Winning at Gateway.
Nice job. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Al. Yes, guys. Good job.
Unbelievable.
If there was any doubters about this race team, they have put them to bed now. What a group. Phil Gould making that call, no tires. Come on. Do you know how hard it is to make that call as a crew chief? I give him all the credit in the world.
$50,000 call for Phil Gould. The Triple Truck Challenge. The final edition goes to Nice Motorsports as Ross Chastain wins at Gateway.
It is amazing, though, the transformation of this team from last year to this year. Bill Gould's part of that, Ross Chastain part of that, and certainly Al Neese for making it happen.
Well, here he is, Ross Chastain and his team does it again. Back-to-back Another bad day for a watermelon, baby. Gallagher, here we go. Right here, baby. Ross, this is beer this time. Beer and watermelon. I've been around a long time. I have never seen anything quite like what you and this race team have been through and pulled off the last couple of weeks. What can you say about this team and what you guys have accomplished, especially after the week you had?
I got one thing, Armin. Come bring this camera right here, baby. Hello, Ryder! I gotta tell you, Harvard Ties came on Wednesday. They supported me 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They came back on board. These guys went home, and we were mad. Felt like we had one taken from us. Holy cow, Phil Gould, Lonnie Rush, they believed in me. I didn't want to take tires. And then it was up to me to freaking hold them off. I don't know how, but wow, I'm going to take that money home, and they're not taking it from us this time.
Here it is, another $50,000